Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. I am BrendenPlayz and this is NXT. We're currently 2 weeks away from the upcoming Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. But tonight, here in NXT, we have our champion, Drew McIntyre, in action, taking on one member of the Undisputed Era in Bobby Fish. It's going to be a big night. We also have Cedric Alexander taking on TJP. Alexander Wolf of Sanity will take on Ortiz Dozovic from Heavy Machinery, of course, one of the new teams here in NXT. No Way Jose will take on Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade looking to bounce back after a loss against Adam Cole. Well, can he do it? Big match here tonight as well, because we'll see Ohno and Strong team up to take on TM61, or as they are now known as the Mighty. And our main event match we told you about. Drew McIntyre will take on Bobby Fish, one member of the Undisputed Era. And the Undisputed Era have made their intentions known. They want to be the NXT champion. Probably more likely to be Adam Cole. So Adam Cole's got one of his members to challenge Drew McIntyre tonight. We're going to see Cedric and TJP with Cedric Alexander with a victory in Cruiserweight action. Ortiz Dozovic knocks off Alexander Wolf. And Andrade defeats No Way Jose. Well, tag team action to get us going here tonight. TM61, as we said now, they are the Mighty. And they are here, the two Australian boys looking to come over and make their mark here in NXT. They've been here for a while. It's been up and down for them, but this is a great opportunity for them to get themselves in the title hunt for the victory here tonight. Coming up against Roderick Strong and Kassius Ohno. A new team here to NXT is Ohno and Strong, and they've already made a good impression from the get-go with a victory a couple of weeks ago. So now it's time for the Mighty to step up and challenge Strong and Ohno and see what they're made of. Well, I'll put it to you guys. If you have a tag team name, let us know. What should this team be called? Roderick Strong, Kassius Ohno. Well, what should their name be? Let's find out. Let's see what you guys have got to offer in the comments down below. But what we do know is this is a very, very strong team. No pun intended, but they've got two great individual superstars. Two men have come so close to winning NXT Championship Gold in the past. Combining, coming into the tag team division, they are a force to be reckoned with. Two veteran superstars as well here in NXT. Two guys who have been everywhere around the world. They know all the different styles. They know every single different condition, every single variation. They know it all. Any situation, they're going to be experienced and they're going to know what to expect and find a way to work their way through it. So as a team, the prospect is huge. They could potentially be a terrific tag team, potentially even tag team champions. So Sanity are currently the tag team champions. Well, look out. It's going to be very, very tough if these two men do get themselves an opportunity. And that's the goal. They want to be the next team to challenge for those titles. They're getting a good start here already. Can they keep it up though? That's the big challenge for them. The Mighty versus Strong and Ohno here tonight. As Shane Thorne in there right now with Kassius Ohno with a good start there by Ohno. So the Mighty, as we've said, they've been a team, more so last season of Universe Mode, who had a major impact as a pile driver. Wow, that's not the way you want to start a match by all means. The Mighty were a team that had a good start to their NXT career last season, but so far this season, not so much. Not a lot really has happened for them. They've been on the waiting list. They've been kind of just treading water a little bit, trying to find a way to scratch and claw their way into the tag team title hunt. Haven't had a lot of success, haven't been able to put back-to-back victories together. That's been an issue for them. And tonight could be a turning point, sure, but it's looking likely that, obviously Strong and Ohno are going to be a very, very tough team to beat. But the Mighty, I think, are just lacking a bit of confidence. Also, they've changed their identity. They're trying to go for a bit of a different style about them, a bit of a different look, growing the hair out, changing the name. They're trying to find who they are. They're trying to find themselves here in NXT, and they're having a little bit of trouble. Injuries has also come into play as well. Shane Thorne hasn't been 100%. So, what's the deal? That's the big question. What can they do? What are they doing wrong? What do they need to do to get themselves back into the top of the tag team division, which was a place where they once were, probably last season when they were coming up against the Revival, for instance, for those tag team titles. Instead, the Mighty find themselves behind many other teams here in NXT. You know, Sanity obviously tag team champions. The Authors of Pain have been very tough to beat. We've seen Street Profits. They've had a huge rise to the top. Tino Sabatelli, Riddick Moss, now Ohno and Strong. They're entering in. Heavy Machinery are part of the tag division. There's so many great teams here in NXT right now. So a team like the Mighty just can't seem to find their way. Just can't seem to get a bit of a break here. As you can see, Roderick Strong enters the match and will get slammed down for his troubles. Nick Miller, the man with the slam right there, and two Australian superstars, and it's a long way to come. It's a long way to come here to NXT, and you want to make sure that you can make the transition, the lifestyle change. They've had a big run over in Japan, coming here now to NXT full-time, looking to make their mark, and as we said, they've had opportunities, they've had their chances, but just hasn't been able to make it. So you have to beg the question, you know, is this it? You know, what happens to the Mighty? If they lose here tonight, they continue to lose a little bit more in the future, will their contract be renewed? Will Shawn Michaels, our general manager, will he invest in this team again? Or will he look elsewhere? Will he decide to go with another team and maybe the Mighty are less stranded? That's the big question, and that's going to be an issue for them, because if they're not picking up victories, then they might not be worth keeping around, especially with so many other new teams. It's not like Shawn Michaels is struggling to fill this tag team division. He's got a lot of teams right now, and if a team is struggling, if a team isn't standing out, it's quite possible that they could get cut, and that would be disastrous for the Mighty. As a tag has been made, Shane Thorne back in the matchup here with Roderick Strong. Strong tempted right hand, but Thorne gets a hold of him, and now, jawbreaker there by Thorne, takes down Roderick Strong. And Thorne will get his man up, but taken down is Thorne, countered there by Strong. As we said, a veteran, has been all around the world and had plenty of success here in NXT, but when it all comes down to it, no title to show for it, and that's the big concern for Strong and Ohno, which is one of the reasons why this team has come together. They realized that their time involved in the NXT main event scene was, well served, but never brought them a championship victory. So they both have nothing to show for their efforts, and they realize that their chances at the goal may be quite limited for at least the time being. So they decided to go in a different direction and figured, why not come together? Why not join forces? They helped deal with the Undisputed Era. They were pretty successful. Shane Thorne, what about this? Nick Miller picks him up and hits a suplex. And it was almost like Nick Miller powerbombed Shane Thorne as well. Wow, and the tag's been made. Roderick Strong got the hell out of there, and Ohno's in. And a couple of running forearms takes down Nick Miller. That is incredible from TM61, now known as the Mighty. And they certainly were mighty in that instance, which is one of the reasons why we don't want to see this team cut. They're so impressive. As now, a big boot! Is it a knockout shot? There by Kassius Ohno. Not good at all for Nick Miller. And Miller's got to try and stay in it. He's going to try and fight. You get beat, kick right in the jaw. Some men, you get knocked out. Others, you can stay in it. Now here's the real tough challenge for him, as Thorne will break it up. He got struck in the back of the head by the elbow, and most men would be done. I think Nick Miller was done. If Shane Thorne doesn't get himself involved, they lose this match, and the Mighty, well, they would be wondering what their futures hold for them, because at the moment they're desperate. They need this victory. It's now Ohno slamming himself down right there on Nick Miller, and now he's trying to wear down the legs of Nick Miller. Not a bad idea, just trying to ground this high flyer, try and stop the fast-paced action from Miller as well. Ohno, a much bigger man, so he doesn't want to necessarily run around the ring as much as he would like. As, a DDT. Well, Nick Miller, that type of move will keep him in the hunt. He'll keep him in the driver's seat. So he needs to try and capitalize now, as he's got him hung up on the ropes. He's got no part of the tag, though. Shane Thorne is down. And now attempted armbar, trying to get it locked in. Wrenching the arm and just trying to put some pressure on as Shane Thorne back to the apron. So he's available as a big-time spinebuster. Nicely executed there as now Nick Miller into the cover. Will this be enough? No. Gets just a 2 count as Kassius Ohno stays in this match. But the Mighty are certainly putting up a fight. With their tag team work, their experience together, they've got a lot of great chemistry, and they showed it earlier on. But can they get the job done in the end? As Nick Miller has him up, and this won't be good as a sit-out powerbomb. Will this be it? No, a flying Roderick Strong comes in, flies through the air, and connects with an elbow strike there to break it up. Flying forearm slash elbow. Roderick Strong very effective as Ohno stays in it, and oh, tempted tag, and that's not happening if you're Kassius Ohno, because he just smacked him right in the jaw and sent him to the outside. Shane Thorne will not be getting tagged in there. Not on Ohno's watch, that's for sure. And that could be a game changer here, because if you get a tag there, you get a fresh man in. Instead, that fresh man is laid to the outside, perhaps looking at the fairies, because that was a vicious right hand. Nick Miller takes down Ohno, who does get his boot underneath the rope. Roderick Strong not too concerned. Meanwhile, Shane Thorne back to the apron. I was wondering how he's going to be feeling after that right hand. He wants a tag. He knows he probably needs one as well. It's now Ohno heads back to the corner. And you don't want to be here when you got Kassius Ohno ready to produce some of this. Oh my goodness. That boot nearly took his head off. But credit to Miller, he's still standing. He's a bit wobbly. Now a pile driver. Well, he needs a tag badly, and he'll get one. Oh, desperation tag, and it worked for him. Double tag's been made. Roderick Strong's back in. Shane Thorne and Strong. Inverted DDT. I don't know if Nick Miller's going to be useful for a while, which could play into the hand of Ohno and Strong. Oh, slam down. This could be it. This could be the precursor for what is to come. Can Strong beat him? No. But Strong may have given himself a chance, because he's got Shane Thorne down. Now lining him up for something bigger, you would assume. Looking to go for it. Here comes the end of Heartache. Roderick Strong may have beaten the mighty. Oh, you betcha. He's done it. Strong and Ohno, they win. Back-to-back victories for this team, and they are on a roll. A new team. We knew they would be successful just because of what they've accomplished throughout their career and how good they are. Well, they're showing us how good they are tonight. I was very impressed. They continue to get better, and as the weeks go past, the chemistry will begin to come, and this team could be a force to be reckoned with here in NXT. Roddy Strong, Kassius Ohno victorious tonight. Well, the mighty, another loss to their name. You have to wonder what their future will be. But this future for this tag team of Strong and Ohno could be very bright. Well, Drew McIntyre is your NXT champion, and he's got a lot of potential challengers all looking to step up and take him on for that title at our next takeover. The question is, who will be that man? Drew McIntyre in action here tonight, taking on Bobby Fish, and I don't think it will be Bobby Fish, but it may be the leader of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, who has been on a bit of a roll as of late. And Adam Cole has said that he wants to be that man. He wants to challenge and beat Drew McIntyre for that title. So, will it be Adam Cole, or will it be somebody else? We know Aleister Black has been in the contention as well. EC3 has thrown his name in the hat. So there's a lot of men all wanting a shot at that title that Drew McIntyre currently holds. And tonight we're going to see Drew McIntyre in action, taking on one member of the Undisputed Era, 1/3 of the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish. And there they are. Well, you look at the Undisputed Era, you see a tough team, no doubt about that. You've got a terrific leader in Adam Cole. You've got a very experienced tag team of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Well, tonight, it's all about Bobby Fish. He's going to have to compete in a singles contest, which arguably isn't his strength. He's more of a tag team competitor, so it'll be a little bit different for him here tonight. A little bit difficult for him, perhaps, but he's been around for a long time. He's very, very good. And we'll see Drew McIntyre. How will he handle Bobby Fish? and potentially how will he handle the entire Undisputed Era. I think that's probably the big concern for Drew McIntyre. It's probably not about Bobby Fish, it's more so having to deal with the entire Undisputed Era. So we'll see how he fares, let's see how he goes, and see if he can handle all of these guys at once, because I can tell you this right now, it's not going to be easy whatsoever. Right now, McIntyre has him up and slams him down right there for a pile driver. And Drew McIntyre going to continue with the offense and stomps away right there with the boot right to Bobby Fish's face. He's had a good start here, Drew McIntyre, slamming in there into the canvas. So now McIntyre going to follow it up with an elbow. He got a bit of it, but Fish not too phased. Bobby Fish now looking to pick him up for a suplex. McIntyre's a big man. He's going to be tough to suplex on any given occasion. McIntyre has a hold of him, and McIntyre's been very successful. Was the man to finally beat Bobby Roode, not once but twice. He's just one of those guys that managed to get just the one up over Bobby Roode. Sometimes you have an opponent throughout your career that is just for whatever reason you just cannot beat. And I feel like that's the case for Roode and McIntyre. And if they ever meet again later on, perhaps in the main roster, maybe for a world title, Bobby Roode will be very, very worried about Drew McIntyre. That is for sure. So McIntyre beat Roode, and now he's had to finally adjust to life as NXT champion, and now he's got all of these superstars wanting a shot, and it's not an easy proposition when you have the entire roster coming for you. You are a marked man, there's no doubt about that. And we've seen Andrade, he recently debuted, he wants himself a shot at that title. You know, EC3 coming in, Aleister Black's been good. Perhaps fortunately for him, Strong and Ohno have turned their attention to the tag team division. But speaking of tag team champions, I'm sure Eric Young wouldn't mind an opportunity at the title. And of course, Adam Cole here, he basically demands, he really wants he believes he is the next man in line. So the end of the story, and the moral story is, Drew McIntyre's got a lot of competition right now. So he needs to make sure that he can win and impress on every given occasion that he gets, just to prove to everyone that he is the best for a reason, and maybe just make a few people back off a little bit maybe. As oh, the stake guys there by McIntyre, slamming the head of Bobby Fish into the turnbuckle. Patting, tempted right hand there by Fish, missed out and gets tossed to the other side of the ring. There is the power of Drew McIntyre on display right there. Well, like we said, he's a big man, Drew McIntyre. He's definitely a heavyweight. And when you've got a guy like Bobby Fish who's clearly undersized in comparison, it's not easy to deal with that type of power. Bobby Fish needs to try and quicken the pace of the match a little bit here and try and wear down Drew McIntyre. But McIntyre, despite being a big man, he's got a bit of agility about him. He can move pretty well as he's got Fish up, slamming him down. I think we often forget how big Drew McIntyre is, and you know, we focus on his skill and ability in the ring as he gets taken to the outside. But I think sometimes his size is often gone unnoticed as Bobby Fish and McIntyre continue the fight to the outside of the ring. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a quick break in this matchup, and we'll be back right after this. The Elimination Chamber is coming, and The Miz will be defending the United States Championship against Dean Ambrose one-on-one. The Miz shocked everybody when he surprisingly won the US title a few weeks ago on Raw. Can he back it up when he defends the title for the first time against Dean Ambrose one-on-one? It takes place at the Elimination Chamber, which will be live on Twitch, and twitch.tv/BrendenPlayz is where you need to go for that. And of course, available on YouTube once the stream has been completed. We're back here in NXT, and that's going to be a big matchup, that US title match. But we have a big match on our hands right now with Drew McIntyre and Bobby Fish head-to-head at the moment. It's hard to really pick a winner right now. You got the Undisputed Era in the corner of Bobby Fish, but the champion Drew McIntyre has looked quite impressive. But right now, Bobby Fish looking to inflict maximum damage here on Drew McIntyre, looking to suplex him off the top. You feel, here he comes! Oh! What about that there by Bobby Fish? And avalanching Drew McIntyre at the top. McIntyre is hurt. McIntyre trying to get back to his feet here and reverse the pressure back onto Fish, but he can't quite do it. Inverted DDT there. Well, this is not good at all for Drew McIntyre. He's trying his best to stay in this match, trying his best to win here tonight as the champion of NXT and send a bit of a statement to the rest of the locker room. Well, right now, Bobby Fish is certainly giving him a run for his money. McIntyre's got a bit of work to do. Is now a cover. He hooks that leg. Will this be enough? Oh! Near fall. Drew McIntyre letting that count go near the 3 and trying to recover for as long as he possibly can. Fish now. Shot to the midsection, and there's a Shining Wizard. Well, he got all of that right on the jaw of McIntyre. Will this be enough? Oh, he just gets the shoulder up. Fish thought he had it. Fish thought it was 3. I'm sorry, Bobby. Just 2, but geez, it was close. Very, very close. Drew McIntyre living it to the last second. Again, this time, it nearly cost him the match. Well, if he leaves it any longer, that will be the end of the match. He's got it again. Another Shining Wizard. And will that be it to put McIntyre away? It nearly beat him last time. He's wasted a few seconds here. Will it put him away this time? No, the shoulder is up again. McIntyre kicks out, and Bobby Fish now has a bit of a word to the referee. Well, Fish, come on. The referees down here in NXT are a little bit kinder. They've got better eyesight than the guys in the main roster, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be disagreeing with them. Bobby Fish trying to pump himself up here. Well, a bit younger down here in NXT, so they've got a bit better eyesight. They don't require, glasses. Their contacts might actually work. As right now, Bobby Fish coming after Drew McIntyre. Fish has been all over McIntyre. This is a real chance here. He's got a terrific opportunity to put him away. If he can find one more big move, and I think that's exactly what he's going to try and do, he may win here. Trying to get him off the top of the rope there. This time McIntyre counters. McIntyre diving clothesline. Missed out though as Bobby Fish able to avoid. Now Fish, can he capitalize here? McIntyre drawbreaker. Drew McIntyre is desperate. As now looking to slam him down. As here comes Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, hang on. O'Reilly trying to take the turnbuckle padding off. It's going to distract the referee. As McIntyre regains control of this match, well, he can't go for a cover because the referee has been distracted. That's what the Undisputed Era is all about, trying to help each other at every possible turn. And I don't have to agree with it, but you just kind of have to go with it. You don't have to like it. As now, again, another pile driver, and that is very effective for McIntyre. Now Drew, Snapman. And into the side headlock, and just happy to take a bit of a breather. Happy to put a bit of pressure on Fish whilst he regains his breath and just tries to realize what he wants to do in this match and what's going wrong, and just tries to slow things down a little bit here and get things back on track. Bobby Fish a little bit slow himself getting into the corner. It's now a gut wrench. Gut wrench suplexes. Oh, McIntyre's distracted. I think it might be O'Reilly having a bit of a chat. McIntyre fires a few words back himself. Needs to keep his eye on the prize right now as Bobby Fish looking to take advantage. Can't quite do it though as McIntyre fires back a few right hands, but this time McIntyre taking off his feet and Fish trying to get him into the corner. Well, luckily for Drew McIntyre, that turnbuckle never fully got exposed. The referee was on top of it and he was able to shut it down before the padding did get removed. Now Fish, he wanted this earlier on. He got it once. He's going to go for it again. Going to avalanche him off the top of the rope one more time. Surely there's no way McIntyre kicks out. This has to be a win for Fish. The biggest win of his NXT career. Didn't quite get it just yet. Bobby Fish thought he was going to beat the champion in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Fish now holding that rib. He's a bit sore. He's wasting some time though. McIntyre slowly getting up. But McIntyre with a counter. And that's a big counter for Drew. He's trying to get himself going. Drew McIntyre lining him up for the Claymore. McIntyre hooks the leg. And he escapes tonight with a lucky victory. Bobby Fish really took it to him. But when it counted, McIntyre able to come back and score a victory. Well, Fish took to the skies a few times to try and inflict as much damage as he could on Drew McIntyre. And I gotta admit, It certainly worked. But McIntyre was good enough to find a way to come back and hang on. The match is over. But guess what? The Undisputed Era is in the ring. Their friend Bobby Fish is down and out. And now it's time for these guys to take advantage. Running knee. Adam Cole. Bang! Shining Wizard of his own. Now O'Reilly looking to continue the punishment. Drew McIntyre's got no idea where he is. O'Reilly picks him up. Here comes a brain buster. The Undisputed Era will not leave tonight without sending a big statement of their own. They lose tonight, but geez, they've laid out the champion here, haven't they? He is hurting big time. And Adam Cole.
I am in the top 1.
Well, that's EC3's brand new music. And EC3's approaching the ring as Kyle O'Reilly is going to stop him before he can get there. And EC3 with a couple uppercuts there. A few body shots as he connects with a DDT and lays out O'Reilly. Now Adam Cole's going to join in. Adam Cole's going to try and take it to EC3. Right hands of his own. EC3 firing back with a few more. EC3's out here to save Drew McIntyre. What is going on? EC3! Oh my goodness! Lays out Adam Cole. And Kyle O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era, is down. EC3 now coming back into the ring. Turns his attention to Drew McIntyre. As McIntyre is down. He is hurting. And EC3 is going to pick him up and try and help him back to his feet. EC3 coming out for the save. Well, there you go. EC3 showing a bit of respect there to the NXT champion, which is great to see. And McIntyre is pretty happy about it. As, oh no, wait a second. Oh no, EC3. Oh, he just wanted to be the one. He wanted to be the one to have the last say. And he wanted to be the one to lay out the champion once and for all. As here comes a 1%er. Oh, come on. EC3, that's what he's all about. I thought he was just doing a noble act, helping out an injured champion, a beaten up champion. But you know what? He comes out here, picks up the scraps, and just decides to lay out Drew McIntyre for himself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for this edition of NXT. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it. More likes, more episodes. Next up, we've got Monday Night Raw, and it will be the last Raw before the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It's going to be a big one. Don't miss it, as Shinsuke Nakamura goes one-on-one with Samoa Joe, and much, much more. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked it. I'll see you in the next one.